KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. From way up at the 23. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 43. 43. Gotta do better. Come on, QB. Come on.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Watch out. He's checking. He's checking. Crash. 15. Hey, check 24.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early 2nd down and long.
Here we go. Mike 5. Hey, 15. Alert 3.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the 2nd half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Carr now on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Carr gives to Richard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! Hunter Renfrow, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. I'm coming.
Mariota will look to throw. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those.
It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 68 yards. And the Chiefs are a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this is now a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Let's go, tackle. Let's go.
Throwing now is Carr. He'll swing this one out to Richard. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly
Appreciate you,
brought
Mike. I had to do it
down.
myself, man. My
They'll
barber
contain him to
can't.
just 4. 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Richard. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Here's Carr to throw. Able to find Waller.
Good
That's
shit,
complete.
Waller.
And he'll
God
go out
damn.
of bounds after taking it a
Way to
little
use it.
further down inside the 40. On 1st down, Richard. And down right around the 32-yard
not big
line.
enough to
4
sit in that
yards
box
on the
like that.
pickup.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls
You need a real
are setting
linebacker in
things
there.
up
You
for
don't need no
maybe
safety.
later in the game, trying to establish
You
the
need to be able to
inside
tackle.
run with toughness now, hopefully get to the
Long
perimeter
set
later,
up
and let's
block.
face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down. And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch,
Run all over
then your
that
defense is going to be in
3-3-5,
a
bro.
lot of trouble.
It's just the easiest defense
For
to
a lot of
do.
guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Jacobs, oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. on second down now. Richard, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now it's the backup Mariota. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Bryan Edwards there to make the grab. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Up to the line, Mariota. His guys will go for 2 here.
Mike, 53. Mike. Watch the slats. Watch the slat. Kill.
They'll look to throw. Jones goes diving, and he's got it. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
We ain't beginning. Hey, 43, 15. I'm getting nervous. Switch. Finds the mic. Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike. Hey, red lane. Yellow. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Now here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. Oh, wide open. Complete. And all the way in for the Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now a handoff to Richard. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Carr now on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Check. Fred. Hey, 15. Check.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right.
He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there.
Mike 5. Watch the curls. Finds the mic. Right here. Mike 5. Mike 15. Slant. Watch the slant. Check 3.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Check. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 4.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Being chased out left. And going deep for Hill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 12-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On the ground, Jacobs will get the 3rd quarter started. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
43 yards on the ground for him so far.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Mariota. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right?
It's
Who
tough to
can
run,
stand up and make a play.
bro.
It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Bryan Edwards. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Carr will look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for it. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On first down now, run with McKinnon. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Forced out to his left. And going deep for Hill. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. It's caught on the right side at Smith. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
I know that play went for no yardage, all right, but I like the attempt because the fullback position, whether it's a fullback, a tight end, an H-back, wherever you want in that spot, not known as a primary pass catcher, so sometimes the element of surprise works in your favor, but on that play, give credit to the defensive guys.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game. Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan. No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Richard.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Smith. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. From the 44, Carr over the middle, complete. That's Jackson. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Carr to throw. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mat mats or pits like you have for high jumpers, and, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
Carr going to throw here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
To throw is Carr. Complete to Jones. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
I mean, that's what you're giving me, so I'm going to take it.
Comfortable.
Got to adjust.
But do you really feel like it's totally
Not
over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And the Raiders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Not always about throwing it
by
deep, man.
Trayvon Mullen. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Carr going to look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half adjustment. Whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
10 carries. Keith balancing it out. Kenyon Drake and carry, got the fullback and carry. So it's balanced. Still was able to pass the ball. Used the run as a used the short pass as a run as well. Just play to make them adjust to you, man. There's no point in trying to overproduct your scheme. You know, just take what he's given to you. Play smart. I think I've seen enough of regs where you sit there and try to run the score up. You're always trying to score. Sometimes you can get it, you know, against a dum-dum, but, you know, when people start shading over the top and backing people up, you know, you're not going to be able to always throw it deep, you know. So always just play each down as if it's your last, you know. Don't give up the ball. Don't give up don't lose the turnovers. Play smart. Change your formations. Don't let your opponent kind of get into what you like to do. So constantly switch your formations around, you know. That way it is harder for them to dictate, hey, this is what he's doing, and, you know, anticipating routes or anticipating your runs, you know. So always just kind of make sure that you're doing that and just kind of re-scheme in the middle of whatever it is you're doing. Like you might be running power runs to start with, you know, and they might start
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as the Raiders get set to face off with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium.
They're our opponent right now.
Just inside the 20, a short kick. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. He gets it complete to Harris. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, this is Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. It's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. He gets this one to Johnson. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. A run with Harris out of the shotgun, and he'll go down at the 28. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Now a first down carry for Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go. And sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. That is first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone.
Just the game goes on. Play one defense the entire game. Keep them honest.
Down defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense
out.
Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They
didn't get off. They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone.
Don't just let them just dial coverage beat based off of your last play.
And he'll get into the end zone. It's a 2-point conversion is successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Stopping from anything. I was using the 3-4. I can use the 4-3. It's really depending on how I'm feeling.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think
and the Raiders have got it.
Wow, that's nasty that ball.
That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Exactly where the bracket should be. Quick reads away. Doubles is a nice underneath coverage.
One quarter down, 8-0 the score. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Roethlisberger. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 61 yards. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Roethlisberger looking to throw. It's complete. And he'll get in to tie this game at 8. Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but hey, they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match? Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going. That's exactly what you're looking for.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. They'll try and run for it.
Short almost did that thing he did in that Chargers game. Ran it
before picking up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now Carr. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders have taken the lead. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
We're going to be seeing me play a lot smarter.
Because
they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. Be aggressive.
Potential could go up 2 scores
before the other guys
get a chance to do anything.
And he'll get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion.
Obviously, that's the only way you can win in regs, man. You sit there and try to just do too much. Y'all see enough.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
You're going to win. Obviously, you might play someone that might have that same mindset too, so keep that in there.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. It's brought in by Harris. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Trying to score. Especially when you got the lead and you got the ball going.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, Carr. Flushed out right. And this one's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Again, it's Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And they run with Jacobs on first down, and he'll take this forward for about 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Bryan Edwards, 37 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB,
solid off.
what changes there around the goal line and the 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. He finds his man Johnson, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down now, it's Harris, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there or the leg still there? This has been a tough game. Here's Roethlisberger. He finds his man, complete. It's Harris. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Harris pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown.
It's a fight with Harris, huh?
Najee Harris, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2. They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got nothing.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris. He scored on the ground and through the air. And if the Steelers can convert the extra point, they will have the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Now Carr. Finding Edwards. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Throwing his Carr. Man open, here is Jones. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is dropped. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the question now, can they get closer on third down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. Carr to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Carr, got to have this one. Escaping the pressure right.
Motherfucker, go! Oh my god, this game is trash.
Incomplete. They cannot convert.
Playmaking him up and he just standing there, bro. Like, fuck. Damn. And then you have the ball and you drop it. This is so whack. He's gonna stand there, bro. Like, fuck. Could have just kicked a field goal, but I didn't want to chance it because usually with that much time on the clock, they're just gonna let him drive down the field and match up. So There's no point. I told you, that's why I hate playing the Steelers, bro. They're all bullshits. You had a perfect game plan, and then that shit right there happens.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. Ready for football now from sunny Wisconsin, and off we go from Lambeau. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. The 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Packers.
Get down, hey.
Alan Lazard, 83 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards, as he's taken down right at the 20. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Watch the slap, watch the slap. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Undercut.
Jacobs now bulldozes past him. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space.
Good shit, JJ.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, 60 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Mariota will look to throw. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for two, they convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, flush to his right. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. For the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up a field. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. On play action, now Rodgers. Now look
Shit,
out.
Crosby.
Rodgers lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up.
I gotta
The
get that
20.
D-line music to game
And he's
plan.
into the end zone.
This
It's
one.
a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here's Lewis. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up. I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 30.
Holla at you, bum. Motherfucker be giving on way too soon, bro. All you gotta do is get that D-line user, get a little pressure on that guy. Make him throw it before he's ready. I love Crosby off the edge, man, especially if he's only single. He can get through double team. If you just single him, bro, he's going to get through. If he don't get through, I'm blitzing from behind. The guy behind him is going to get through.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, with the echoes of Cannon Blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. Two teams that met back in Super Bowl 37 in San Diego. The Bucs and Raiders are underway. Fields this way up at the 17. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. On play action, now Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Hey, 4 down. Hey, goal 66.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Match personnel. Whatever they have on the field, man, you come up with something that resembles something close, man. Make sure you can match the bodies that are on the field.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing. And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's Jacobs, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. They'll try to run it with Jacobs, and he will get in to make it 8-0. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because
trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Match up. He does. He match up.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And break, the tight end's got it. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Now a play fake, Brady. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Max Crosby in there to bury him for a loss of 11. On play action, it's Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin.
Oh, why would you swat my interception away? What?
Two things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. Into a sea of defenders.
All you got to do is get pressure on Brady, man.
Picked off by Trayvon.
That's all you got to do when you play these Bucks.
Terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He'll look downfield for Waller, and it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
-2 rushing yards.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. He's going to go up top again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Bryan Edwards, 30 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Carr will look to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute?
And it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Edwards. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Richard, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over.
We in the driver's seat now.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
We play tight and get on them D-line users. They spread out. We can be on the DB
Set now
users.
To kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick taken right at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
From the 39, Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now this throw caught left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Play action. Now it's Brady. This is caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, 29 yards. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for two.
That's going to be a long day. Hey, Mark 52, Mark 52. No, 56.
Oh, I was there,
And
too.
they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Now Pinion with a kickoff honors following the touchdown.
RPO, he took that long to throw it. Why didn't they throw a flag for...
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
All right, so expect the game to kind of help him catch up. We talked about this already, fellas. EA does not like you blowing up points. So be conservative, hold your own.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, Touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game. Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run. Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Oh, this is taken in.
Man, too small to defend that guy, bro.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean.
It's a pick 6. I called the game to help you out. That's how regs works.
Think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Look, I didn't call the game to help you out because I had regs and stuff. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. There's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Here's 2nd and 10. Carr to throw again. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Working from the gun, it's Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now Carr. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Second and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. With an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Now Carr. Dancing to his left. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's fourth.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. This complete to Jones.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench, because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
And the Raiders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Flush to his right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. Now Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
The throw there by Brady, intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come.
Fuck out of here, bro. Don't even know how to throw on palms coverage. I like that palms, man. Locks up a lot of those traditional cover 4, cover 3 beaters. Dude, talking hella shit. Not even good, bro. He scored a third of the points I scored. That man gave up. I was about to put a 40 burger on his ass. you 7-16 with the Chargers, bro? How you 3-12 with the Cowboys? Bro, he all over the place, bro. You got losing records with a bulk of teams. He's talking all that shit. Outside that one bullshit loss, man, I think I've been doing pretty good today. Should have won that game against the Steelers. But, you know, like I said, I started calling shit, you know, like you get a good lead on your opponents. Don't be sitting there trying to slow the game down. Be smart, because the game gonna script your opponent right back into the game. Like he was trying to script that guy right back into that game. He started talking his mess and shit like he was good. And
from the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First down. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Base defense when I'm spread out, bro.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Shotgun now for Carr.
Use her helmet. Go down. Get out of that base.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Here's Carr to throw.
Baseline press, I'm going to do that.
He'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there from the Raiders.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that is Carr.
Stop baseline pressing, bro.
Touchdown, Raiders.
Vertical on this shit all day.
There to make the grab. And the Raiders are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-0.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Mahomes. That's caught left side by the tight end Gray. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. One more time with Edwards-Helaire. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mike Burton taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs are a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up.
He didn't go for 2.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And this is now a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Oh, that's going to be another.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Carr gives to Richard. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Richard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Why are you running to the zone, bro? Like, just come back to the ball, man.
A nice play
Yeah.
defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. The open man here, Renfro. And he's got some space here.
Take a short route to the house.
Touchdown,
We're going to stay in baseline. We're going to kill them with that shit all game.
52 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Open this offense up a little bit. Starting to see that gun trait open, very viable.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18 and able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right out and right up the middle.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Being chased out left. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
2nd down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. Now Edwards-Helaire.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says we're going for it on 4th down.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on a touchdown pass. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Butker on for the PAT. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Boy, they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On the return comes Drake.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want.
Looking downfield for Jones.
No! This game just clipped.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
I hate the clipping in this game, bro.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess.
Ball just clipped through my
Let's be
fucking
honest
player's
about it.
hands.
They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
Bro, the
How
game
this
just bailed
defense
you
has
out,
to
bro.
try to protect that lead going into the locker
Ball
room.
just clipped through my hands. The ball clipped through my hands, man. It's not perfect timing. The game helped.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now a second down and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On third down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
I feel like we're going to see more and more of this continue to flow into the NFL game, and that is the quarterback run game. Not successful here going for 2, but it's not something that people shy away from totally anymore either.
In particular, do you think more so around the goal line?
I think so. Anytime it's short yardage, anytime you can go ahead and keep the ball in the hands of the quarterback who's athletic, you go ahead and do that rather than risk a handoff or a pitch.
They just couldn't get it done there, though. 2-point try fails. The final shot here before half for Carr. And that's off the mark, incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Very short kick taken right at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G. Mike 48, Mike 48. Hey, 57, 57. Undercrush, under 43, 43. Kill.
Second half starts with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. Mahomes finding his tight end, Kelsey, for a big one. And even 40 yards. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Carr now on 1st down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Nifty move. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
To try again after the sack. Carr. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
As you watch that one unfold, didn't you think to yourself, just knock it down because of where he was?
Great catch, but losing yardage.
Hard to change what they are, isn't it? When they see the ball in the air, they're programmed to go get it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Carr. Complete to Jones. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Carr again. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. On play action, it's Carr. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Foster Moreau there to make the grab. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the...
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 43 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Mahomes will throw for it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They'll run on 1st down. Richard Big hole up the middle.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Jacobs.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Second and goal from the 1.
Jacobs again.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs punching it in from a yard away. And the Raiders get a score closer. Carr will look to throw. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And that almost makes it a brand new ball game. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
A short kick taken at the 18.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, and look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Tyree Gillespie.
So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
And they run with Jacobs on first down, and he'll take this forward for about 5.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Carr to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here.
Mariota.
And he is in for the 2. I still can't believe they went for it, but they've got themselves a lead here late in the ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
Say so.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch.
He's got a man, complete. He takes it across for a touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return comes Drake. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Steps away to his left. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
What it is, and like I say, regs, it does that. Like, it'll let you get a lead, and then it just starts mitigating, starting to help. Like, I can tell you that this play was out of bounds. One foot. How is that an interception? 1 foot. Shit like that, I'd be calling it. 1 foot is not an interception. Madden needs to go understand the NFL rules. Whatever. I'll catch y'all fellas later, man. I hate losing games based off of bad play calling, referees, bad spots. It is what it is. Like I said, you can only do so much. Game's gonna help opponents in certain situations like that. Like, that's why I don't even get mad, because I already know what's gonna happen, you know. But it is what it is. I will catch y'all fellas later.